Alright, what is up, y'all? This is Run Turn. We are back, baby. We are back with another video. And I was scrolling on Twitter last night, doing my due diligence, looking for a video topic here. And I actually, for once in my life, found something that wasn't completely mind-numbing and stupid and ignorant. So I actually learned about something very interesting involving the whole Ukraine military budget situation and all the money that we're sending over there. So essentially, there was a new article written from CBS. It came out basically exposing a lot of corruption going on with the Biden administration and all the money that they're sending over to Ukraine. So as it turns out, they are sending them money for a lot more than just the military effort in a very, very shocking article I read. So let's go ahead and hop into that story. So this is a very lengthy article, so I kind of took a couple of excerpts from it that I felt were most important to what I wanted to talk about today. But according to the source I found, the U.S. has sent more than $70 billion worth of aid to Ukraine since Russian troops crossed its border last year. But now a battle is brewing in Washington over the Biden administration's request for over $20 billion more. Many Republicans in Congress are opposed. Hardliners in the House want to cut off all funding. Others are demanding more oversight. The U.S. has spent just over $43 billion on military aid to Ukraine since Russia invaded. That's equivalent to about 5% of the American defense budget. European countries combined have contributed around $30 billion. American taxpayers are financing more than just weapons. We discovered the U.S. government's buying seeds and fertilizer for Ukrainian farmers and covering the salaries of Ukraine's first responders, all 57,000 of them. And the U.S. also funds the divers who we saw clearing unexploded ammunition from the country's rivers to make them safe again for swimming and fishing. Russia's invasion shrank Ukraine's economy by about a third. We were surprised to find that to keep it afloat, the U.S. government is subsidizing small businesses like Tatiana Abramova's knitwear company. So that's obviously a lot to digest, so I'm going to try and keep it as simple as possible here. So essentially, the article is saying that we've already sent them $43 billion in military aid because that's all that the money was supposed to be used for, right? Because obviously the Ukraine war with Russia has been going on for damn near a year at this point. And so they're saying that about $30 billion has been collected for the war effort amongst all European countries combined. So we're sending them way the fuck more than anyone else is doing, to the point where it's actually equivalent to about 5% of our own military spending. And keep in mind, the U.S. spends a shit ton on military. In my opinion, way too much, because at some point, once you become a world superpower, you don't have to keep pumping more and more money into something that has already been proven effective. You know, we're already the world's biggest superpower. We don't need any more money put into the military effort. Why does the U.S. have to pick up all the slack? You know, if our government insists on us paying essentially for the Ukrainian military, can't some of these other European countries like at least pitch in, so maybe take the burden off of our shoulders a little bit? Because if you want my honest opinion, this might be controversial. I don't care. We need to stop sending money to Ukraine at this point. Like, at what point, when is enough enough? So yeah, this article has exposed that Ukraine is being funded more than just their own war effort now. So the U.S. taxpayer is now subsidizing small businesses such as a knitwear business and quite literally paying salaries of all the first responders. You know, like I said, 57,000. And that's just the first responders. That doesn't even cover, you know, everybody else. But where's the support for U.S. small businesses while we're paying for quite literally every aspect of these people's lives now? So I honestly thought that the Ukraine funding should have stopped a long time ago. But now that it's come out that we're basically paying for their entire economy, gotta be honest, Biden, I gotta be honest, guys, it's time to pack it up, me boy. We gotta stop this nonsense. Because, you know, think about it. Meanwhile, gas prices here at home domestically are through the roof. Major cities like Philadelphia are being ransacked, with major small businesses of our own being left to die. Cities just burning to the ground. And essentially all they have to say about it is, damn, bro, you know, hope y'all make it. That's literally the mentality they have, that when it comes to us. And so, you know, honestly, I just kind of want to, you know, put this out there. You know, get yourself a partner who looks at you the way the Biden administration looks at everyone except its own people. So the U.S. government keeps telling us the same old story too. They're on the verge of pushing the Russian army back. The end is near, so to speak. And we've been hearing this for damn near close to a year. And I just think that the American people, at some point, we collectively need to all wake up and realize these people don't care about us. Or even, I would go as far to say, they don't care about the military effort in Ukraine either. They really only care about the kickbacks. So I don't know the nitty-gritty about that, but I have heard that a lot of these exchanges between the U.S. and Ukraine end up coming back to the U.S. in the form of some sort of monetary kickback that lines their own pockets. I've seen stuff here and there. I don't really have the expertise to comment neither here nor there on that specific aspect, but what I can say is government is really corrupt, whether you're on the left, whether you're on the right. I think there's a lot of corruption in politics, and it really wouldn't surprise me. And this is a great deal for America, according to Lindsey Graham, Republican senator. And I'm just very, very curious, how exactly? No, seriously, how? Because they're saying that the money is for the war, but nearly 50% more of the money that's going to the war effort is being used to quite literally fund their own economy. And where does it end? The old saying, you give them an inch, they take a mile. So, we let them send money over as part of the military effort, and then they're like, oh, okay, now we can really exploit the American taxpayer and start paying first responders and subsidize small businesses. What's next, man? I just feel like if we don't step up and say something about this, vote someone into office that's gonna seek that reform, seek that change that we're looking for, the American economy is just honestly really, really doomed. And I know as someone that's like super, super young, like myself, this doesn't really affect all that much. I'll be honest, but there are a lot of people here that it does affect, right? It affects my mother, I'm sure, in many, many ways. My grandmother, my relatives, and I don't know, man. I just think we need to get someone into office that's really gonna consider America first, because it just seems like where we're at right now, the government cares about everyone except for us, man. I don't know, just some of my thoughts. But guys, that's basically it for the video. I appreciate y'all watching. If you enjoyed it, leave a like rating, subscribe to the channel for more commentaries just like this. Leave a thought below. I'd love to hear what y'all have to say about this. And until next time, guys, this is Runter, and we'll catch you on the next one. Later.